Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2018 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to any newcomers, and thank you for all your support, feedback, and comments, and subscribes, and likes, and shares. And thank you to all of my regular and new clients out there for keeping me so busy with personal readings. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, you can get the more information and my contact details by clicking on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage or clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact, and turnaround time is pretty fast too. I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, including overviews and gift readings if you'd like to gift someone with a personal reading. So if you're interested, email me and we'll go from there. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy for fast answers to the quick, easy questions. All right, let's get into this. This reading is for the water sign of Scorpio, or Scorpions, for the remainder of June 2018, the last couple of weeks of June. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what is in store for you. All right, we begin with the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Lovers. We have the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Ten of Cups. What an awesome ending to the month. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy, focus, and advice for the remainder of June 2018 is the Magician. 3 major arcana cards. All the signs so far are, having an abundance of major arcana cards. Significant life shifts and changes, endings and beginnings are definitely the opportunity for that. Yours is no different. Most of the challenging energy was manifesting in the first part of the month, and it looks like, the last part of the month eases up quite a bit. Everybody's ending the month with a lovely kind of bang and off and running, or just general happiness. So, Scorpio, your overall energy, your overall focus and advice is the Magician. So the Magician is quite a powerful individual. He's a fairly independent person. I look at him as kind of the entrepreneur of the tarot. He's very smart, very independent. He has a lot of road behind him. He's worked long and hard to get to where he's at in his craft. He's learned through trial and error, success and failure, triumph and defeat, and now he's reached a point in his craft and his path where he has mastered all the tools. He has all the tools, the knowledge, the wisdom to create and manifest anything that he wants to because of how hard he's worked and the road that he's walked. This is about taking your experience, wisdom, tools, knowledge, and your determination and perseverance and manifesting it in an external way to create whatever you want in an external way. You have everything that you need without relying on anybody else to create and manifest what it is that you want to manifest, whether it's something physical or something in job and career or something in relationship or working out a conflict of some kind. You have the ability to do it. The cautionary advice with the Magician is that if he has a challenge, it's sometimes in working with other people. He sometimes has difficulty in compromising and negotiation because he's walked his own path for a long time. He does what works for him because it always works for him, and he sometimes has difficulty with compromising or negotiating, and can sometimes come across as a bit arrogant because he thinks his way is the best way because that's the way he's always done it. So you might want to be careful about that, particularly in your communications or dealings with other people, especially if it involves having to, resolve a conflict of some kind. But generally, overall, whatever you need to accomplish and manifest in the last part of the month, Scorpio, you have what it takes to do it, or to pull together the resources you need to do it. So it looks like there is some juggling, a decision maybe going back and forth about a primary or significant relationship. There's a choice that needs to be made. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers. So the Two of Pentacles is a card of juggling. Twos often represent duality, choices, being at a crossroads. The Two of Pentacles can represent being very busy, and you may be very busy. A lot of the other signs are around the middle of the month or so, although the energy is kind of for the remainder of the month. But particularly around the middle of the month, you might be very busy, kind of juggling a lot of different things, doing it successfully, but it does take a fair amount of concentration and effort to do so. And because it's paired with the Lovers, which is another choice card, and one with a relationship connection for a lot of you, and you know, it's crowned by a 2. I feel like you are trying to make a decision, juggling 2 things, thinking about making a choice to do one thing or the other, because at a certain point, even though he's juggling these 2 pentacles successfully, at a certain point he has to put one of them down. So choices and decisions. Now what clarifies it is the Lovers, which can represent a very passionate, soulmate, karmic connected relationship. Soulmates don't necessarily have to be romantic. They can be best friends, or a relationship of or a familial relationship. But the Lovers does imply more of a romance energy in that. Very passionate, very connected, a lot of heat in this relationship, whether it's romantic or just passion in its energetic form. But it represents making a choice, needing to make a choice being in front of you that's significant, because one, it's major arcana cards, and second, in the early tarot decks, this was called the choice, not the Lover, that showed a man standing in front of 2 women, a woman standing in front of 2 men, the implication being that a choice needed to be made that was going to significantly affect the lives of everybody involved. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're choosing between 2 people, or your partner's choosing between 2 people. It might be for some of you. I mean, it's a general reading, and everybody has different things going on in your life. There's a lot of people watching. I feel like for some of you, even though there's not enough cards here to really get into it in depth, I feel like for some of you there is another person involved in this significant romantic relationship, although it's not the romantic partner or your partner. It's somebody else that's maybe a friend, or somebody you thought was a friend. I feel like there is, for some of you, a third person affecting or influencing this, although there's not that romantic energy with them, but there's been some conflict around them. It may be interfering in the relationship. So there may be some working out and compromise and negotiation, working something out with that person and coming to some kind of healing resolution of some kind. But I feel like for others of you that the decision and the choice, it may be about how to move on with this relationship. Some of you, it may be whether to move on with this relationship or not. But I'm not getting breakup energy. I feel like it's okay. How can we move on? I feel like there's been some turbulence or some hurt, perhaps some betrayal energy, and it's less of, you know, do we break up or do we end this, and more of, okay, well, we want to move forward, but how do we do this? And kind of looking at that, and maybe going back and forth between a variety of different things as well. Some of you may be waiting on a partner to make up his or her mind about this relationship and how to move forward, if to move forward, and how to move forward as well. But I see a very, very beautiful, positive, divinely blessed energy at or towards the end of the month. Who wouldn't want this combination of cards? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright and the 10 of Cups in the upright. Beautiful energy. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright, a stroke of good luck, of good fortune, the wheel turning in your favor. You know, when we say the wheel, I mean the Wheel of Fortune, we're speaking of energies of divine, of source, of God, spirit, your angels and guides. And they love us, and they never want us to be in pain or misery, although sometimes that's our path because it's our learning lesson with the choices that we make. So in retrospect, the Wheel of Fortune, the energy of God, spirit, your angels and guides, is always working in our favor, but sometimes they have to work with the consequences of the decisions we make in order to move us towards joy and fulfillment. But in the upright position, the Wheel of Fortune does imply that at or towards the end of June 2018, things will definitely be working in your favor. It could be unexpected, blessed things happening, things just coming together, whatever things that you need to get done or get accomplished or need to happen, things just working together. You know, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright implies things come together, you know, the right things at the right time in the right way. divine timing and orchestration definitely at play here, and it feels like a very good luck blessing kind of energy. And what clarifies it is the Ten of Cups. Tens represent cycles ending or culmination, achievement. And this is emotional energy because Cups is governed by the element of water, and in the tarot this is the energy of the heart, emotions, feelings, and relationships as well. There's a very strong connection to home and family with the Ten of Cups. It represents the culmination of happiness, contentment, peace, and harmony. It's sometimes called the happily ever after card or the happy home card. Not that perfection in this sense exists in this world now, but it just represents being in a place where, I mean, look at it. It feels like, particularly in relation to home and family and love and relationships, it feels like everything's just finally come together in the right way. There's a sense of culmination in a beautiful way. All of the cups and goblets are upright, beautiful, filled, full. It can represent marriage, childbirth, blessings, home and family. It's just a wonderful, wonderful energy. So the month ends really well, and we kind of saw a lot of that for most, if not all, of the signs at the beginning of June, the readings at the beginning of June, because it looked like there was a fair amount of challenging energy for a lot of people in the first half of the month. And I think it's been a challenging spring, and we're in the middle of the year where there's people, they travel, they go on vacation, they move or relocate because kids are out of school. There does seem to be transitional changes common in the middle of the year, and it looks like a lot of the signs are going through that too, but everybody's ending the month in this really beautiful way. And Scorpio, yours is really particularly around relationships, home, family, children. It's like you're getting extra blessings kind of poured upon you. And remember your overall guidance and focus, that Magician. Whatever you need to accomplish for the remainder of June 2018, Scorpio, you have what it takes to manifest and be successful in whatever you do. You have the ability to work it out. Even if it's something that seems a bit daunting at first, you've got this one covered. You have what it takes. So beautiful reading. So Scorpio, that pretty much wraps up your June 2018 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you found it useful, and that it helped you in some way. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be so happy to work with you. You can get all that information by clicking on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage or the description bar of the videos I post. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy for fast answers to the fast, easy questions. So Scorpio, I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2018 general readings. Until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.